It's very important to have a very good backhand drive down the wall. You need to maintain balance and you need quality and control right through your shot. It's also very important to have a really clear understanding of what your targets are. In other words, where you should be hitting or where you should be landing the ball to gain the best possible outcome. So in this, we're going to take a look at the stroke play, or the style, or the method of actually swinging through the ball to give you the best possible chance of having a really high quality backhand drive down the wall. So we take a look at Sarah's preparation, and as she comes in, it really is quite good and quite dynamic. In other words, she prepares a really long way with her body. See, first thing, her shoulder comes in. In other words, she takes her racket back with her body motion a lot. So she actually has a relatively low start to her swing, which is of no real concern. But you'll notice that her shoulder, which is the most important thing that we really want to work on, that's where it finishes up. So if we understand exactly where she's actually getting her shoulder through to, which is way over towards the side wall or towards the camera as we sit. As you see on the side-on picture, you see it goes well over towards the side wall. So it really is pointing over this direction, or this front shoulder here is pointing over in this direction. So it really is a wonderful, wonderful preparation that she gets, which means she's got a lot of stored energy, and so too with her hips. Her hips are back as well. So her hips are really primed and prepped, ready to go through the ball at the same time. Now, this is one of the biggest areas that most people fail, simply because they don't engage their body early enough, or they don't prepare their shoulders and their hips early enough into the swing. So you need to be able to get your shoulders and your hips back very, very early. So if we take another look at it as we watch Sarah, it really is wonderful. The first move, shoulders back, hips back. She hasn't even really taken her racket up too much. It's the shoulders and hips and the body prep which is most important to her. You see she steps open stance. So she steps out towards this front corner a little bit, so it's not straight across to the side wall. What that does is it allows her to drive her body forward being towards the front wall, to be able to get that power into the ball as well. So that forward drive is a wonderful thing, to be able to drive and put that extra effort into the ball at the same time. So the shoulder prep, absolutely critical for you to be able to get a quality balanced drive. Okay, the next most important thing is to understand how she engages her body as she drives forward. So there's a couple of really interesting things going on with how she steps forward to drive through the ball. You'll notice this angle in her body. In other words, she drives her whole body forward as she steps forward. The other thing which is really important is she dips her front shoulder down towards the floor. So that drive of her front shoulder downwards will just give her massive, massive power and control over the ball. So that lean forward with all her weight going forward onto the front foot is really, really strong, and a great way to make sure that you drive your body through the ball. So it also shows it from here on this one, as she's just basically driving her whole body forward, and all her weight is transferring from her back foot to her front foot. So it's transferring from here straight through into her back foot. So it really is a wonderful thing to do. Too many people actually stand upright when they hit and try and just turn around their body. She's actually getting a little bit of drive forward through her shoulders and through her body, which is fantastic for power and control. And so point 3 becomes turning your body, in other words driving your body forward before you actually swing or strike forward with your arm. So if you watch Sarah, she's exceptional. This is unreal the way she does it, and that's why her backhand was one of the best on the world circuit. If you notice her shoulders, she will drive her shoulders forward, 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 forward. It really is quite amazing and quite dynamic. She does it better than most people, and that's where she gets all the balance and control from, and power through her body. Now, don't underestimate just how good that is, and that is the difference between average standard players and very, very good players. So the more that you can engage that move, I'll just go back again, just watch as it goes. It's just really, really terrific. So what we want to do is we want to watch this move from this angle here, and how she drives her body through the ball. So if we go from here and we push forward, 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 It's just amazing. Look, her racket hasn't even started to move. Her racket was still down around her back. If I go back one frame, that's her racket. It hasn't even started to move, and yet she's turned out a reasonable distance already and forward through there, and it's all body work, body, body, body. Now, the racket really has only come through to be able to hit the ball in the correct position. Well, most of it has been body drive, and there is racket move as well, of course, but what happens is that the body amplifies the racket speed. So if you put your arm movement plus your body movement together, they amplify each other, which means you get a wonderful power drive through the ball, and it really is a wonderful thing. So we go back one more and have a look at it, just because it's just the most important thing. I'll put a line down the center of her body, and you just watch the balance that she has at the same time as she drives through this ball. So she'll come forward, she is moving forward and striking through the ball at the same time, but it's just dynamic as a way she just drives her body first through the ball. Wonderful thing to learn. If you can do it, then it's just magnificent for your results. Point 4, we're going to take a look at where she strikes the ball, in that she strikes it virtually level with her front leg. That gives her a few options and a few things which are really good. In other words, she can drive her wrist through toward the front wall slightly as she strikes this ball. So from here through to here, she's going to get forward motion drive, which is going to give her a very, very accurate hit. And her swing won't go right across toward the sidewall. Her swing won't go right across this way. It will go more in an upward direction and out, which means that she's swinging along the floorboard a lot. So that wrist here will go more so up this way rather than across and around over behind her body. And by doing that and swinging more so along the floorboard, she'll get a very, very accurate hit when she strikes the ball and drives through it. So what we want to notice is we want to know that we strike the ball virtually just in front of your front leg, or almost on your front leg. So that strike there really gives you control and the ability to drive the ball down the wall. Now if you tend to strike the ball up out this direction here, what that does is it creates a real erratic sort of a swing. In other words, the ball comes back at you a lot and you have trouble controlling the ball down the wall. So you really do need to make sure that you allow the ball to come back, and you'll find it really is a wonderful way to strike. It really is a wonderful way to hit the ball down the wall with control and with repeatability. And last of all, we follow through more so up towards the roof rather than around behind your body. So by lifting the racket up toward the roof rather than pushing it right around behind your body, you get quite a direct swing down the floorboard more so, rather than hoiking your whole body off balance and around. So she's maintained exceptional balance. We'll go back and I'll pop a line from point of impact through here, and I'll pop a line there, and we'll just see how she'll just turn straight through that line. And it really is a wonderful shot. She's still got a little bit of forward body motion, as you saw there, as she drives forward through the ball, which gives her a wonderful direction. So her racket is finished more so in an upward direction up here, so up this way rather than out across this way. A lot of people tend to drag their rackets miles over this way. Sarah's wonderfully direct and straight up, which is fantastic as well. So it really is quite a good result, or quite a good way to drive the ball with accuracy down the wall. So the more you get that swing down the floorboard, the more your accuracy will be more direct towards straight down the wall. So there's a fair bit in the backhand drive down the wall, but if you actually concentrate on the most important things, it's with your shoulder and hip preparation. So you get that started really early and get a bit of primed energy in your body. You need to point your shoulders forward and downwards and drive your body forward through the ball. Your body turn before your arm, and make sure you drive that body nice and early, and then bring your arm around to the correct hitting position. You need to strike the ball level with your front leg, allowing you to actually push your wrist through to the front wall a little bit and follow through up to the roof rather than right around your body. That's all there is to it. It's pretty simple. Best of luck. Hope this helps.